Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it. So here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk. Let's get right into it.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer found this enterprise-grade access point to be a real game-changer for their network. Right out of the box, our reviewer was impressed with the solid, modern build of this device, noting that it felt durable and looked good in a professional setting. Getting it set up was surprisingly straightforward. This client pointed out that while the management interface isn't the slickest they've ever seen, it's very functional and guides you through the process without any real hassle. Once it was up and running, the performance difference was immediately noticeable. The triple radio configuration really helps in crowded environments where lots of devices are competing for a signal. A major highlight for this client was the access to the 6 GHz band, with the 2, 4 GHz and 5 GHz frequencies being so congested these days. Having that clean, new spectrum made a massive difference in stability and speed. The advanced wireless standard delivers seriously fast data rates, making things like 4K streaming or transferring large files feel instantaneous. In a real-world test, this access point handled a busy office environment with numerous simultaneous connections without breaking a sweat, maintaining consistent high speeds for everyone. The reviewer specifically mentioned its excellent range and capacity, providing a stable connection throughout a 5000 SQ FT space no matter where they were. Ultimately, this client feels this access point is a high-performance, incredibly reliable solution for any setting that demands top-tier wireless networking. It simply delivers on its promise of fast, stable connectivity, making it a valuable upgrade for any modern professional environment.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer was on the hunt for a good, low-cost Wi-Fi 7 access point that would be future-proof for years to come. An online recommendation pointed our reviewer toward this particular brand due to its support for VLANs, which presented a much better value than building a custom solution or opting for other popular enthusiast-grade hardware. The setup process was described as a complete breeze. Our client simply plugged the access point into a power over Ethernet port, and the unit immediately powered on and acquired an IP address without any hassle. This client was impressed with the robust feature set, noting its ability to handle numerous SSIDs and security profiles, which can be flexibly assigned to different radios and mapped to any VLAN. This makes it incredibly versatile for segmenting a network. While our reviewer is not yet using all its capabilities, the support for 2, 5G Ethernet and Wi-Fi 7 was a key selling point for future upgrades. In a fairly advanced home network environment running OP/NSense and enterprise-grade switches, the performance was stellar. A speed test from a Wi-Fi 6E phone achieved nearly the full speed of a wired gigabit connection, with latency that was indistinguishable from being physically plugged in. Our reviewer is extremely happy with the results. The only minor issue encountered was a very specific configuration problem related to its management address on a site-local IP6 range. However, this client emphasized that it was a small gripe, as managing the device via its IP4 address is simple, and all client-facing network functions, including DHCPv6, work perfectly. The entire process from unboxing to setup and a firmware update took only about half an hour. For a small office or a sophisticated home setup, this access point comes with a strong recommendation.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer was looking for a simple mesh system to cover their entire home, one that wouldn't require a networking degree to configure. So they bought 2 of these access points, hoping for a seamless experience. Setting them up was surprisingly straightforward. Using the basic setup wizard, our reviewer configured both to broadcast the same SSID across all frequencies. Then a quick trip to the wireless settings to enable 802.11 assisted roaming, and that was pretty much it for getting the roaming feature operational. The management dashboard even lets you confirm that both access points can see each other, showing them as Ethernet neighbors. The main reason for the upgrade was poor cell reception indoors, making Wi-Fi calling essential. The old system would drop calls constantly when moving between access points. This new setup, however, is a significant improvement. There's a brief, almost imperceptible hiccup during the handoff, but it's a tiny price to pay compared to the frustration of dropped calls. While this client hasn't had a chance to test the 6 GHz band due to a lack of compatible devices, The two 4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi 6 bands are performing excellently. One thing to note is that this access point is designed with businesses in mind, so a basic understanding of Wi-Fi networking is helpful. Also, it doesn't come with a wall adapter, so you'll need a separate power source like a PoE injector or a compatible power adapter. This user found that standard Netgear 3 amp adapters worked perfectly. Finally, remember that this is just an access point, so you'll still need a separate DHCP router to manage your network.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.